Fish on. We got our first fish. Fish on. We got one. Fish on. We got one. This one feels decent. Fish on. We got one. Feels good too. What's going on, guys? My name is Sam and you're watching Cast Blast Camp. And today we're going to be doing a little more fishing. I'm down here at a local creek bridge spot. This spot is known to hold some good fish in here. Now today I'm looking for some fish that I can catch out of here and cook up. I have a product that I'm wanting to do an unboxing and review of. And speaking of fish, that was a good one that just topped the water right there. But anyway, I got a product that I'm wanting to unbox and do a review on. But to do that, first I gotta go ahead and catch some fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my pack off, get one of these rods baited up, and see if we can't get a fish out the water. Thanks for watching. As I'm looking, I see a bunch of little baby shad right here swimming around, or if not minnows, which is a great sign because I got a new bait that mimics that really well. Let me show you guys. I've always heard of other people using these Berkeley gulps. I've never used them before. They're a scented style bait. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one hooked up. It's a 1-inch minnow style. And it looks like a baby shad basically. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it hooked up, get it out there in the water, see if we can't catch a fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these Timora 1/64 ounce ball head jigs tied up and get one of those gulps on there and see if we can't catch one. I'm also just gonna slightly, ever so slightly, bend out the point on this jig. It helps with hookups. Wind's a little bit strong under here right now, but not horrible. Fish on, we got our first fish. On the gulp. What do we got? Small bluegill. We got the skunk buster. He's too small to keep for a cook though. I need something a little bit bigger than him to keep for a catch and cook, so let's go ahead and get him unhooked, back in the water. Awesome though. Got the skunk busted. First fish on the Berkeley gulp there. Bye, little feller. Now we need some big ones to come through and eat. It's a nice fall day out here, just a little bit windy under this bridge. Oh, we had a bite there. Fish on. Oh, almost had a fish. Fish on. We got one. We got one. What we got now? Second fish, second species. Another small guy, but we got a green sunfish. He's just a bit too small to keep for a catch and cook as well, so he's lucky. He's getting thrown back too. Alrighty, let's get him unhooked and back in that water. Beautiful fish though, love the colors on these guys. Fun fighters too. Goodbye, little guy. After many snags, many break-offs, tied up a new jig, put a worm on it instead. Let's give that a try. Fish on. We got one. What we got? Third fish? Yes. Another bluegill. He's still a small guy though. Not quite big enough for a catch and cook, so let's go ahead and release him. Get him back in that water. Alright, get big, little fella. Oh, we had another bite. Fish on. We got one. This one feels decent. What we got? What we got? Awesome. Biggest catch of the day, and the bluegill. Not bad here, not bad. But is he big enough to keep for a catch and cook? Not quite. He's still a little bit on the smaller side, guys, so he's going back in that water. Guess I'll let him keep that chunk of worm. He needs it. I'm gonna try another gulp, see if they want to go back to hitting on that maybe. This one I'm just gonna nose hook though. I'm not gonna run the hook up through the whole body, just hook it right through the nose. Fish on, we got another. Ha ha! What do we got this time? Oh, how did that happen? Somehow we hog-tied him. And the bluegill though, still small though, and he is bleeding from the gills. And he swam off. We got it out, and he made it still. Oh, I don't think he actually made it. He swam off for a second, but then he floated up. Let's see if we can push him off. Well, if he's not gonna make it, I'll use him as bait. Oh, he heard that. He spit the worm out. He's trying to swim away. I think he'll make it. You gonna make it? You gonna let me hook you up live? Alright, you're getting hooked up. So that last fish, I got the hook out of its throat. It's still alive, but it's not doing well. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up on the big rod and reel and cast it out there. Alright, we got that bluegill hooked up on the big rod. Let's go ahead and get it out there. Now we're tight lining out there. Let's get us a fish on this worm. First cast, fish on. They definitely want the worms over the gulps, that's for sure. Another small bluegill though. Bunch of small guys up in here. No eater size ones. But hey, a fish is a fish. I'll be happy to catch them. But we're looking for eaters. Let's throw him back and see if we can find one. Grow into an eater, little guy. Fish on. We got another. Another small fry. Small bluegill. Throwing him back. And he's gone. Yep, something stole my worm. Half of it at least. Fish on. We got one. What we got? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Decent bluegill. I think he swallowed it too. He's still a little small for eater size. So let's see if we can get that hook out of him and throw him back. If not, we'll use him for bait. Tell you the truth, guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and use this for bait. Some fresh cut bait. Throw out a big chunk. Maybe we'll get a catfish or who knows what else to bite on it. Let's go ahead and get him chunked up and on the hook. Alright guys, we got that bluegill head cut up on a circle hook. Carolina rig. Let's go ahead and cast it out here. Okay, now we're double tight lining. Got a fresh cut bait out there. Fish on, got one. Got another. Yes, we do. Another bluegill. Hold still, buddy. He's a little bit small to eat too. Catching a bunch of small guys right here. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get the hook out. Get him back in that water. Got the hook out. Once to retie it, it broke off, but we got it out. Slipped up my hands, but he got back in the water. Fish on. We got one. Feels good too. Oh, that's a drag puller. Oh, yes. Red ear. We got us a red ear. And he is past palm length. Oh, technical difficulties. Let's get this fish over here so we don't lose him back in the water. And this one is just hand length red ear, so he is going to be a keeper. That's about the minimal size I want to keep to eat, is about a hand length size. So we're gonna go ahead and put him in the pack. He'll be a keeper. Let's hopefully get another one, maybe 2 or 3, so we can actually get enough meat to make a good little meal. Or a snack, rather. Fish on. We got another. Little guy. Little small bluegill. Alright, little guy, grow big. I want you to be an eater one day. Fish on. We got another. Another red ear. This one is a bit small though. He's not quite hand length, so it's his lucky day. He's going back to get bigger. Get bigger, little guy. Hoping maybe a catfish might come and hit that cut bait. Be enough meat for a catch and cook for sure, hopefully. So we don't have much light left. I still got the catfish baits in the water. So I'm gonna go up to my car, get the new product that I'm wanting to unbox and review, and then we'll get down to business. So this is the product I'm wanting to review right here, guys. It's a 4-in-1 stove with stand kit by Ozark Trail. This takes propane tanks or butane tanks, but I got a propane tank with me. I've never used one of these style burners before. I've seen them being used before in other videos, and they look like they heat up the oil pretty good for frying fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this and give it a review. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing undone. There's really no great way to undo it, I guess, just besides just to get into it. Might have to break out the scissors, but maybe not. Nope, we don't need scissors. Alrighty, let's see what it all comes with. Instructions, of course. Carrying case for when you're done with it. Looks like everything might fit right inside of there. Has a little loop right there. You can clip it to a backpack or something like that. This looks like the burner. That's where the fuel tank will screw into right there. That might be an adapter, or maybe that's where the tank goes into. We're about to find out. And last but not least, the little 3-legged stand. Just like that. And that holds the burner still or steady, so you can cook a little bit steadier on it. Okay, from the instructions, it looks like this piece is the adapter that goes on the bottom of this. So that screws together like that. Alright. So far everything feels sturdy. That's the igniter right there. And these are what hold your pot or your pan, and they move around like that. And these little flanges right here flip out to give you a little more room to set your pan on. And this little valve right here allows you to adjust the flow of the gas, but also adjust the heat. I got a Coleman all-purpose propane tank. This is what I'm going to use to cook with. Okay, we got it screwed on top of the propane tank, hand tight. Now we're going to open up the valve and use the igniter on the side to get it started. Also, we're going to go ahead and set it on the stand. Check that out. Oh, that doesn't do that well. Thought that would be better. It sits better by itself. Maybe I'm missing a piece, or maybe this stand is not made for these propane tanks, but it actually sits better by itself without the stand. So I'm just going to use it on its own. Alright, let's go ahead and open up this fuel and ignite it. Alrighty, it definitely works. Alright, well, it definitely works. So I'm going to go ahead and get the fish prepared now, and then we'll start cooking. So I got the fish here. I'm just going to go ahead and cut its gills and hold it in the water and let it bleed out just for a minute or two. Alrighty, I went ahead and dispatched the fish and got it bled out. Now this is not going to be a lot of meat, but it's going to be enough just to see how it cooks on that cooker. Ants are already coming around. Got my fillet knife here. I'm just going to go ahead and get it into a couple of fillets, and then we're going to just take the skin and the scales off the bottom. One fillet. Alrighty, got a couple of fillets. Guess I can use that. Put the fresh meat in, the clean meat rather. And we'll go rinse it off. Get all the scales rinsed off. Alright, a little chunk of meat. Another little chunk of meat. Now we'll save the carcass for cut bait. I'm gonna go ahead and use some hot wing sauce for my marinade or my egg wash. That should be plenty. Now we're just gonna make sure both these pieces are fully coated. And today for breading, we're using House Autry Original. That smells good. Okay, we got one piece breaded up. I'm gonna go ahead and get that one breaded up. Let's go ahead and get this oil fired up. Today I'm just gonna be using regular vegetable oil. I'm gonna be using one of my pans that I take camping with me. This will do just fine. That should probably be enough right there. Now let's get this fired back up. All right, let's get this cooking. Now, it won't take long to heat this oil up. This is a pretty thin pan. One way to test if your oil's ready, get a little pinch of the breading and sprinkle it in there. If it violently sizzles up, you know it's ready. That was a pretty good sizzle, but it's not quite there. Just a few more seconds and we'll go ahead and put the fish in. Okay, I think the oil might be ready to go. Oh yeah, she's ready. Now this won't take long at all to cook. Just a couple of minutes. Oh, it's smelling good already. Another 30 seconds or so and then we'll flip it. There we go. Couple more minutes and then it'll be done. Alrighty, I think they're probably done. I'm gonna go ahead and get them off the oil, let them cool down for a minute. Hot, fresh, and sizzling. They've cooled down for a minute or so. I think it's time to taste test. Guys, the only thing wrong with this is I don't have a whole platter of it. That cooker works very well, guys. Easy to set up. It's small, compact. It comes with its own carrying kit. You gotta let it cool down, of course, before you put it back in there. But you can keep that in your backpack. Heck, you could probably fit it in your pocket. It cooked the fish very well and quick too. Man, I wolfed that down. That was delicious. I only wish I had some more of those. The bite was slow today, but ended up catching one keeper in the end. I'm gonna go ahead and hang around for just a little bit longer, see if we can't catch a catfish or maybe another keeper. And if so, I'm gonna go ahead and cook it up. But if not, that's going to wrap this up. In the end, this little device was a good buy. It only costed, I think, about $15 at Walmart. And you can get these cans of gas at Walmart too, just for a few bucks. This one's propane, but it also runs off of butane too. That's definitely going to come in handy on some of my fishing and camping trips. Lightweight, easy to use, throw it right in the pack, ready to go. Alrighty guys, if you like this bankside catch and cook, let me know in the comments below. Here recently, I went below Watts Bar Dam and did a little bit more fishing. It's been a long time since I've been below there, so I'm going to go ahead and link that video right here if you'd like to take a look. But until next time, please consider liking, sharing with friends and family, and subscribing if you haven't already. Sam out.